starters.
Al, you've clearly improved your jump shot. Was it a long process, or how did, just a lot of shots you got up over the summer? What's kind of led to some improved numbers from the outside?
Just, confidence, I would say, and my teammates and coaches having confidence in me, and the multiple reps we had over the summer and during like our year of practice. I mean, I feel like over the time, of course, it was just like basically confidence and multiple reps.
Juwan, you're passing out of the post a lot more often this season, and the team's been really productive when you have. Are you seeing something differently? Are you able to read the floor a little bit better than you were in years past?
I would say that I've always been able to do that. I just think that, with a more deep team this year, you just have more options, and teams have to respect what I did last year. And I think that, like Al said, with the confidence that all the other players are having, they're just knocking down the shots, and they're the ones making me look good. All I'm doing is throwing a simple chest pass.
Juwan, Archie was saying that, when he looks at Al, he sees a veteran player, despite only being a sophomore. In what ways do you think that's true? In what ways do you think he's kind of a kid that plays, maybe above his age level?
I just think, again, it goes to confidence. He played a lot of games last year, a lot of minutes, and I think this year he's just one of those guys that's been through it, he's been through the fire. He was with us when we were finally getting into click, and he was there at the beginning of when things were going bad. I just think, once you go through those things, you should be considered a veteran.
Juwan, you guys have played Louisville the last couple of years, different coach now, one that Coach Miller knows well. Different style, more back line, and on defense on man, and then a 4-1, 4 out, 1 in. What have you seen on film that's maybe different from Louisville compared to Coach Pitino's teams?
I would say that they're, not as long as they were at the 4 and 5 position. I remember Ray and Ennis just being down there. It was really hard to get rebounds, get layups, anything, because they were just blocking machines down there. So, and we see that they play a lot more just off screens, like just using the triple screen on the baseline. And so we're just, getting prepared for that.
Juwan, did playing with that shin guard on Tuesday kind of limit or affect you at all? And what % would you say you're at?
I don't think it affected me at all, and I would say I'm at 100%.
Archie kind of mentioned how maybe last year there was a bit of awkwardness, playing a couple Big Ten conference games just in the middle of non-conference and having to jump back in January. From you guys' perspective, is there anything maybe better this year or more comforting this year about knowing what to expect from jumping into conference play than jumping back for 5 games?
Al, go ahead and answer that.
I mean, I feel like, we go through it one year, and I feel like coming back this year, you get used to it, you know the things to expect coming into conference play, jumping out of it and coming back. So just going through it for 1 year, you expect things, and you try to explain things to the younger guys and try to put them in situations where they need to.
Speaking of younger guys, Al, talk a little bit about what Rob Finney brought pretty much the whole second half at Penn State, but also the last play to be alert on the switch, to know the Stevens was going to have to get a shot up quickly to be able to strip the ball.
Great instinct by him on the last play to step out and switch and get a hand on the pass, to get us a win out of Penn State. And I feel like Rob has done a great job running the team, and he's been doing a very good job, and he's just been very effective and very efficient, and I feel like he's been doing a great job for him being a freshman.
Kind of going off my first question, when the defense, commits on that hard double, what's kind of your thought process as far as reading the floor? Is it as simple as just kind of seeing the open guy, or are you, surveying something maybe deeper than that?
I would say I kind of go through a list of things as quick as I can. First thing I think is, can I attack either one that's coming at me? Get to the outside edge and try to get a foul. The next thing I look for is cutters coming through, because I know like Romeo, Zach, Justin, they're all great cutters. As good as they are on ball, things like that, they're better cutters. And I look for those guys. And then the last thing I look for are shooters. I look for whoever's man came, I look for that guy and to be open for the shot.
You guys, how do you think Romeo, we saw some step back jumpers Tuesday night. Those of us who watched him play a lot in high school know maybe saw that a lot. Do you see him getting more and more comfortable and more confident all the time?
Yeah, I definitely do. I just think, like, we see it all the time. Every game I've just told him, like, you're a scorer, just do that. I'm like, don't try to get away from, what got you here. I was like, although play within the offense, but, if you know you can do it, just do it. And I think you saw that on display the first half against Penn State. And I think he just was more and more comfortable with every shot. And I think that's very dangerous for us going forward as a team because, once people get comfortable on the offensive end, you could be in for a long night.
Juwan, what challenges does Wara present, and do you see any kind of similarities between the step forward he's taken this year and the steps forward you took last year?
He's just been real efficient. He's getting to his spots. He's a great player, and I just think it's going to be a team approach. I don't think it'll be like it's so simple as putting one guy on him and making sure that guy stops him. I just think just being in gaps, making every catch, every shot, every pass tough for him. I just think doing those things will really help us pull out the win. I think there are some similarities. He just stuck to his script and waited for his time to come.
Juwan, you mentioned talking to Romeo, giving him a little bit of advice here and there. What kind of advice do you give Rob? And if you do, and what do you tell him on the court?
I tell Rob the same thing. Whenever he turns the ball over, he usually gets down on stuff, and I told him, like, we need him. I think he has the best turnover or assist turnover ratio on the team. I just think he's, the floor general right now. As much as I try to talk to him, there's only so much you can do from the post spots, and I always tell him that we need him each and every play, and it always starts with him. I tell him that on the defensive and offensive end.
Back there.
For Juwan, Louisville's held forwards to under 15 points for the past 30 games. What do you think you need to do offensively to sort of break that mold and that trend to beat them inside at least?
I think the first thing I need to do is get the rest of my teammates open. I think getting them open will force their bigs to help and will open up opportunities for me in return. So I think just being an unselfish player will open up those opportunities to score inside.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.